Hey, hello, welcome back. When we talk about the groups and teams, I think this is important to talk about the interpersonal process, relationship, the working relationship. This is from chapter 16. The team have different members, different people, different employees come together, work together. So the relationship is very crucial, for the team to become a performing team. All individuals within this team are different, right? Because they have different personality, different attitude, and the other factors will affecting their relationships. The first challenge is how we can maintain the team with a good or with a positive relationship. So first, we know like relationship can be positive and be good, positive, but also it can be negative. We want to more focus on the positive relationship. But we try to avoid negative part. Later, I will quickly show you like what is the conflict solving, like a spectrum, right? We have like very good and very bad and very good. And then usually you see that the relationship is moving in the middle, between these two extremes. This working relationship, this is the formal. I'm talking about the formal groups, formal teams. That means either this is a functional team, a working team, or this is a task force, right? Project team. We are highly task directed or highly task oriented. Since this is a formal, let's say, organization, formal group, that we should be stay in the middle. You don't need to make a friends in that team, and you don't want to make an enemy in the team as well. You can go towards nice people. I want to work closely. Not so nice people. I want to work a little bit of far away from him, her. Right? How you position yourself within that team. So don't go to the two extreme for sure. This is not a profession. When we talk about this interpersonal process, we needed to make sure we want the team, to collaborate, to cooperate together. We want the team go through these 4 stages of development. Remember, forming, storming, norming, and then performing, right? We want to move quickly to the performing. Good or effective working relationship within the team, within the group. This good relationship will promote the collaboration and cooperation. This is the target. We work together, we have a good relationship, we can work towards the interest of the organization. We are working towards the goals. We are like an effective team, work productively, and then we have a very positive or very friendly relationship. How we can do that, as I just show you that the picture, team building, design or develop a different team building. You can, let's say, having dinner together, having like a drink, small drinking party together, right? And also you can go out for a trip, travel, right? And then climbing the mountain. There are many things. Or you can the bowling game, right? Bowling game, anything, any activities, right? You just come together. All right. So usually in the workplace, we wearing the mask. Of the work, we are like, try to show the nice face, try to true face of us. But at least people know each other more, they will have better relationship. We want to develop this positive relationship, or we want to develop this effective relationship by team building. I would prefer to talk about motivation for individual. So for example, I want to give you more benefits. I want to reward you, hire you, increase your salary, or give you some like additional training. You cannot make it for the team, right? The team, I would use this team building. Okay, try to promote or try to develop this effective working relationship. The second one is how we can make the team with some competition, but also solve the conflicts. If we talk about collaboration and cooperation as the positive side, this can be the negative side. Competition can be the neutral one. Conflicts definitely is the negative. Together, for example, in the project that we all have the stress, right? So because the time constraints, right, the resource constraint, we have the stress. And then we have the competition because each of the members, they want to show their performance. This is why we have the conflicts. From the group structure, if we have different we have unclearly defined structure. We have limited resource, and then people started to compete, treated the team as a whole. The interdependency among different team or different department. One team is blaming the other team, right? This is the conflicts between groups. So, and then within the team, you will also see the interdependency. When we talk about this, that's very important thing is the resource. Simply speaking, the resource, like team members, they are doing the same thing or similar thing, but they receive the different benefits, salaries, right? This already caused this the conflicts. But also, if one team member is trying to contribute, but the other team member is just trying to hang in there, right? To hang there and not really contribute, and then this is also causing the conflict. There are many causes cause the conflict, but there are like more between two people or between two groups of people in this bigger group, from the latent conflicts to the perceived. I will talk about that. This is the first stages of conflicts as well. As the manager, as the leader, you take yourself outside first. I should say, encourage the positive working relationships by team building, right? Promote the collaboration, cooperation. And then also you need to monitor the competition and the conflicts. I would say competition is first, and then competition move towards another good direction, and this will become the conflicts. I also have a slides, but I don't want to explain here because it's quite straightforward. What is the conflict? Just read this through. I think this is, as you can see, the conflicts can also develop latent conflicts come like a perceived conflicts from the field conflict. See, the conflicts become more obvious, right? Become more apparent. And then this is the manifest conflicts. This is the conflicts aftermath, right? Causes some consequence. So the conflicts, actually, this will have very serious consequence, hostility. And they also like those withdrawal behavior. Two sides, one side have to withdraw or have to leave, have to quit, right? And then this is already something like you cannot save anymore. Allow me to say, the conflict should be somehow stopped here. But if this is from the very, like a manifest conflicts or become like a conflicts already caused the consequence, it's very difficult to resolve anymore. As the project manager, we are also the conflicts solving manager. Sometimes we call conflict manager, right? But it sounds wrong. But conflict solving manager. How to control? First, we need to figure out the cause, the reason, right? So is it because the personality, attitude, or is it because of the resource? Here, they are mainly talk about something they can control. What you cannot control, personality, right? The personal difference you cannot control, individual difference you cannot control. But you can control something like, for example, the resource. If the resource is not good enough, enough, then you're increasing the resource. Money, right? Labor, time. If the process, the procedure is not clear, make it clear. Remember, we talk about the performance norms, right? Role, rules, right? Make those clear. And if the goal is not clear or the position is not clear, make it clear. Also, we talk about the manageable interpersonal relation. This is very challenging. You can do something, but this, I don't call this controlling. You cannot really control this interpersonal relationship. You can improve, but you cannot control. You say, hey, you should have good relation, and then immediately they have good relations. No, right? No, that's not the way it works. So that's why I come to the other, from controlling the conflicts to resolving the conflicts. This is more about to manage or to, somehow like to improve the interpersonal relation. There are different ways to resolving these conflicts. I like to use this diagram. Let me show you from a low level conflict solving to high level conflict solving. Low level withdrawal, you will see that the conflicts will become apparent. I like to talk about the higher level. We call this smoothing, right? Forcing, compromising, and then problem solving. The first two, withdraw, you don't touch it, right? Smoothing is, oh, okay, let's stay back a little bit. It's not solving the conflicts. It's just let it cool it down, right? But those three are really problems, this conflict solving. Forcing, withdraw one step, and then let's make it clear, all right? What is not clear? Goal not clear, resource not clear, or the structure not clear, we make it clear. You should not argue anymore, okay? Compromising is comparatively better. Not only say, hey, you guys, let's do this in a nice way. You tell me what's your issues. You tell me what's your issues. And then let's sit together, three of us. Let's sit together, try to negotiate. The last one, problem solving. It sounds like easy, right? Solve the problem, but actually this is the most challenging one. First, you needed to figure out the cause, put them all together face to face. If this the resource issue, we solve the resource issue. Create the environment, make them to collaborate, to cooperate together later. That means we needed to combine this conflict solving with the team building. In China, we have this drinking, alcohol culture. 3 cups of liquor, we can solve everything. But this depends on the culture. Okay, so the team building is the one that for you to solve the problem. Okay, let me stop here. I go fairly quickly regarding this chapter, but I hope you understand the team, you understand the team dimensions, right? Or the group dimensions. First, team building is for collaboration, cooperation. And then we have this conflict solving, right? Try to address the competition and the conflicts. Those are 2 very important, components when we talk about managing the team, managing the groups.